The abduction and murder of 2-year-old James Bulger in 1993 sent shockwaves through the world. John Venables and Robert Thompson, both aged 10 at the time, abducted James from a shopping mall in Bootle, England. The surveillance image of the boys leading James away became etched in the public's memory, as it captured the innocence and subsequent tragedy of that fateful day. On February 12th, Venables and Thompson, having skipped school, found themselves in the New Strand shopping center. Engaging in mischief, they stole items from shops and roamed the mall. It was during this time that they decided to target a child. Their first attempt was foiled when a vigilant mother prevented them from abducting her children. Undeterred, Venables and Thompson continued their quest for a victim. They spotted James Bulger by a butcher's shop, with his mother momentarily distracted. Seizing the opportunity, they convinced James to come with them. Witnessing the boys' seemingly harmless interaction, bystanders assumed they were siblings. Unbeknownst to anyone, James was being led away to his tragic fate. The boys were captured on surveillance cameras leaving the mall with James. As James's mother, Denise, realized her son was missing, panic set in. Mall security was notified and the search for James began. Unbeknownst to them, witnesses had seen James in distress during the boys' journey. Some witnessed Venables and Thompson physically assaulting him, but no one intervened to help the young child. As the trio made their way through Bootle and Liverpool, James's distress continued. Passers-by noticed his injuries and heard him cry for his mother, yet still, no one intervened. The boys subjected James to further violence and cruelty, dragging him along as they continued their journey. Multiple missed opportunities for rescue arose. An elderly woman approached the boys, concerned for James's well-being. Accepting their false explanation that they had found him, she instructed them to take him to a nearby police station. Another woman dismissed her concerns after hearing James laugh, unaware of the unfolding tragedy. Regrettably, both missed chances to save James. Venables, Thompson, and James encountered shopkeepers who interacted with them but failed to recognize the unfolding horror. The boys even encountered acquaintances who believed James was Thompson's brother. Finally, they arrived at a railway embankment, where they hesitated briefly before returning to the privacy it offered. Between 5:45 and 6:30 p.m., Venables and Thompson subjected James to a brutal assault. They used stolen blue paint to disfigure his face, kicked and pummeled him with bricks and stones, and inserted batteries into his mouth. The fatal blow came when they struck him with an iron bar, causing severe skull fractures. James suffered 42 injuries to his face, head, and body. After the attack, Venables and Thompson placed James's lifeless body on the train tracks, hoping to make it appear as an accident. They fled the scene, leaving James's body vulnerable to the passing trains. The following day, his body was discovered on the railway track just 200 yards from the nearest police station. The investigation initially focused on older suspects due to the belief that the boys from the surveillance footage appeared older than their actual ages. However, an anonymous phone call led the police to Venables and Thompson. Evidence, including bloodstains and blue paint, was found in their homes. Venables eventually confessed to the murder, expressing remorse, while Thompson initially denied involvement before inadvertently providing incriminating details. The subsequent trial was met with public outrage. Crowds outside the courthouse called for retribution, demanding a life for a life. Thompson's seemingly callous demeanor during the trial intensified public animosity toward him, leading many to believe he was the instigator. However, experts and psychiatrists could not definitively establish the motives behind the crime. The case of James Bulger continues to serve as a haunting reminder of the tragic consequences of inaction and the depths of human depravity. It raises questions about societal responsibility and the complexities of understanding the actions of children who commit heinous crimes. The failure of bystanders to intervene and the unimaginable cruelty inflicted by Venables and Thompson on an innocent child highlight the need for vigilance and protection of the vulnerable in our communities.